Hey Narwhals, and welcome back to some more weight loss stories. Only a small percentage of our viewers actually subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later, so please tap subscribe to join the original 200k Narwhals. Holy frig, I want to quit. My fat bum gained it back. Event. Fair warning, this is all whiny BS. I, female 18, 5'2", lost 40 pounds the first time I tried calories in, calories out, so I know it works. That was 3 years ago, after I hit my highest of 200 pounds. My lowest weight was 160, a damn drop away from 159, which I never got to see. Years later, and a crap ton of useless yo-yoing later, here I am at 200 pounds again. Friggin' A, I am devastated. Feel like I'm on the edge of a heart attack, and so friggin' done with this whole thing. It feels so good to be able to stuff your face with absolutely whatever you want and any amount that you choose. In those moments, I quite literally do not care how fat I am or how fat I will be after doing it. I crave that feeling. It feels like freedom. It's fun. It feels good. I can't explain it. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. It's hard to give that up for more than a day. It's not like I'm doing anything unsustainable. When I do Seco, I eat the same stuff and keep it within 1200 to 1500, but I just won't friggin' keep at it. Looking at how far I have backtracked makes me want to just say frig it and stay fat. I catch myself thinking quite often, is being fat that bad though? It's so much easier. My mind won't let me care that I could die young this way, or I'll never be the girl I want to be. I just can barely give a crap at this point. I cannot for the life of me genuinely believe, even if I'm doing well on Seco, that I will ever be skinny. I never have been. I don't think it will happen. I think I will just yo-yo and fall for months and barely keep at it for a week and do that forever and ever until I die. It does not seem realistic to me, and this makes it so hard to keep going when on Seco, when I don't believe the results will ever come. I'm tired, I'm sad, I'm fat, and it's so much easier to just stay this way. I want to fix this, but the progress does not feel like progress at this weight. The numbers 197, 196, 195, 194, 193 do not satisfy me because I have seen lower. The only number that will ever satisfy me and make me feel like I'm actually losing weight is 159. It makes me not even want to bother. I do not give a crap about any number above that. I'm so frustrated, I just want to cry. I can't believe I freaked up so bad. I mean, I guess I can believe it because this is what I have and always will do. Even if I lose weight one day by some miracle, I know damn well I'll gain it back eventually. I know this has to be a lifestyle change and not a diet, but my entire brain says frig that. I don't want to lose that feeling of just doing what I want. It almost feels so good that I'd pick it over being skinny, but deep down, that just can't be what I truly want. Thinking about how I have to feel restricted forever, though I'm sure eventually it won't be so bad, just frustrates me to no end. I wish I was raised better, with good habits, so I could be naturally skinny and not know what it even means to binge. And then frig, even if I do lose weight, I'll be left with sagging skin. I'm 18, my body is already ugly to me. I don't need my chest deflated and everything on me drooping even more. I don't have the money to fix it either. I know people here will say skinniness and health are worth the loose skin, but I don't know if I can agree, especially considering my mindset is, we're all gonna die, so no point. I struggle to care about my well-being or health at all. I want to be like you guys. I want to be like the girls in the transformation vids I watch who just keep me going, and they do it. I want to be able to put 80 pounds lost on my flare. I want to have my own progress pics. I want to wear cute clothes. I want to feel pretty and worth something. But with the way I am, I don't think I deserve it. I feel so damn pathetic. Okay, so do you actually want to? I mean that in a really genuine way. Do you care enough to do something extremely hard? My entire 20s, I didn't. I had a pretty face, lots of friends, and a fit and attractive man by my side. And did I want to lose 20 pounds? Of course. Did I really want to lose 20 pounds? Not enough to do the work. I ended my 20s living for a year in Dublin with my fiance while he did his MBA. I never found my groove there and ended up piling on the pounds, maxing out at 220. Fast forward to when I was planning to move back to Canada, and the timing worked out that we went to Mexico for a wedding. My fiance had to go back to Dublin for 4 more months after that, but I found an amazing job in Canada. When I got home and looked at all the photos from the trip, I looked like crap. My face was bloated, my arms were chunky, and my face was consistently flushed. Let's never speak of that photo taken from behind. That was the kick in the butt I needed and a reality check that 20 pounds wasn't going to do crap. A year later, I was down to 170 and maintained that for a year. Fast forward to today, and I'm in the midst of working towards that final goal of 150. Is it hard? Yes. Does it suck being hungry? Yes. But damn, do I feel good and look great. That is my long way of saying you need to want to do it. If you don't, see you here again in a few years. Can I also just add that 110 pounds might not be a realistic goal for you? At minimum, I would set something more attainable as a realistic first goal to maintain at for a while. I really appreciate your comment. I want to say 120 is my ultimate goal, and 80 pounds loss will leave me at 120, though for my height, 110 would not be bad either. For now, mini goals are just 1 pound down. I'm 200 now, so my mini goal is 199, and then it will be 198, and on and on. I have wanted it for so long, and I always get these bursts of, I need to do this now. I can do this now, and I will achieve my goal, and I feel so ready and excited to start, but I never ever trust that feeling because I know how it always ends, me binging 3 days later. It's hard, so hard, and I want it, but I'm not disciplined, and I need to get disciplined. That feeling always makes me think maybe I could really do it this time, and I'm always believing this will really be it, but it never is. I'm so disappointed every time. I think about being thin, energetic, happy, and healthy every single day, but years of letting myself down has taken the will out of me. I was exactly where you are when I was 18. I was 250 pounds and I wanted to lose weight, but I wasn't exactly ready to do the work. The first day I decided to lose weight, I told myself I was going to go to a local park and go for a run. I jogged, flailed around for about 45 seconds and then sweated my body weight into the summer heat. I walked the rest of that mile in shame, but I didn't give up. Sure, in the 6 years since then, I've had my slip-ups and backslides. It always hurts to step on the scale for the first time in a while and see that you've gained. My best advice is to be kind to yourself and always be ready to pick yourself back up after a bad day. It doesn't have to be an all-at-once loss. It took me 4 years from reaching my highest to reach my lowest at 127. You can do it. At 18, even obese, I had a ton of energy. I could go places and walk all day and felt great. Obese at 33 feels like garbage. My body hurts, I have no energy, I don't even want to do things that I love to do. The last time I went to my favorite amusement park, I was too exhausted to move after 5 hours on my feet. I was too fat to ride my favorite roller coaster. I don't feel like I'm living. I worry about the damage I've done to my body by being obese my entire life. Down 18 pounds. I have 60 or 70 more to get to a healthy weight. I think the thing you must discuss with yourself is, why is food so important? Why is it the happiness that you chase around? For me, binging came from shortcomings elsewhere. Huge parts of my day were spent feeling awful and beyond stressed, so I went for the easiest and fastest pick-me-up I knew, unhealthy food. I hope I'm not attributing you problems you don't have, but it was just that way for me. Food addiction was only a result of other issues. Solving those issues made me a lot less likely to seek food. I've stopped seeing food as the thing that comforts me on a bad day or helps me celebrate on a good day. Bro, at 18 years old, your skin is young enough that it will spring back. It'll take a little bit, yeah, but unless you went from like 300 pounds down to 105 in 6 months, you do not have to worry about sagging skin, at least not for the long term. Think about it this way. You lost 40 pounds. You lost 40 pounds at one point, so you can do it again. And let's not forget that at 18 years old, your body is still growing. Adolescence doesn't end when you reach legal adulthood. What does that mean? It means you are in the best possible place right now, even if you don't feel like it. You can still write the future of your body. The stuff you do today, the stuff you do right now as you finish reading this comment, all of that will resonate that much harder 5 years from now if you do it today. I'm 37 years old, and I wish I knew how much the effort I should have put in at 18 would have paid off now. Yes, your skin is going to sag if you lose a lot of weight. Take vitamin E to keep the elasticity of the skin strong. Don't smoke or spend too much time in the sun. Between that and the fact that your body is still developing, your skin will snap back. Well, not snap, but yeah, it'll go back. And yes, stretch marks fade. I forgot who the comedian was, but he said stretch marks mean two things to men. Either you were small and you got big, or you were big and you got small. Beyond that, we don't care. I've been there. From about 19 to 26, I essentially said, frig it, I just want to enjoy life. If it ends early because of my choices, who cares? Better than the misery of constant self-denial. The problem is that eventually I stopped enjoying anything. I can't hike or swim or dance around like I used to. Hell, even laying around reading or playing video games is uncomfortable now. And all the delicious foods that I thought were worth sacrificing my health for, they don't even taste good anymore. I've grown so accustomed to eating them that it doesn't bring me any more pleasure than the health foods I ate as a teenager used to. This doesn't feel like freedom anymore, and it hasn't in a couple of years. I was just too stuck in my habits and the damage is done, may as well enjoy it mindset to realize how much easier and more enjoyable my life would be if I just stopped eating like garbage. My advice to you would be to stop thinking in terms of, well, my skin is going to sag anyway, or I'll just gain it back. As long as you're thinking negatively and don't believe you can make a long-term change, you probably won't. And meanwhile, if you aren't ready to commit to a full lifestyle change, I think that's okay. You're still young, and trying to force a change you aren't ready to make won't do you any favors. And just do your best to be mindful of what you are doing and how you are feeling, and maybe you will be ready to try again later. And that brings us to the end, Narwhals. And please tap subscribe to join the original 200k Narwhals. And lastly, here's our featured Narwhal of the Day. And before and after years of struggling with off and on weight loss, I finally reached a healthy state of mind towards food in my body and almost to my 160-pound goal weight, 5'10" for reference. Felt like this day would never come.